This was page 14?
I don't know. I have to say.
That's me. We got my name right. You guys want to drink?
Do you want the money?
I have no revenue. Well, 15 for sure.
Well, actually, let me see. Actually, I did pick this up here.
When I looked it up online,
I don't know why.
it said 14.
I think that they were, you know, the thing is I was always there in case people got in trouble.
Yeah, and it seems like you could know.
Something was going on, and you are right. I did do that. So that's back correct. I did it.
My question is, did you deliberately do a subtle transfer from his art to your art?
No, not really, because I knew Dick was going to ink it. You could identify Dick very easily. I do have the impression, though, that this last page might have been done by pencil by somebody else. I think I must have done it. So I guess we went from 14 on.
So whatever you that's what I read on the internet. I don't trust myself.
No, it is exactly true.
But I asked the source.
That is true. I did that, and I railed through that. The problem is that, you know, when people got in trouble, you could either throw it to the dogs or you could get somebody good to do it. So,
and you didn't even take credit for it.
Well, I didn't really care about that.
But that's the kind of guy Neal Adams is.
Yeah. You help people, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was a matter of illness or what.
Okay, that was extra workers.
See, that was easy.
There you go.
So, and that lady who was buying comic books there, she had this cover, and she asked me if I did it because I was marked as doing it. Actually, I did do it from page 14 on. I did not do the cover.
Well, yeah, I knew you didn't do the cover. I thought a pair of
No, that's Nick Hardy. Nick Hardy did an awful lot of covers that not a lot of people give him credit for. A lot that I get credit for no good reason. I have no idea why. I guess because I was doing so many covers, it seemed logical that I might have done it. The covers in those days were a little bit more storytelling because they were used to help to sell the comic book, whereas a lot of these covers are sort of iconic. You know, they're just a picture.
With the
don't necessarily tell you what's inside the book. I get the same stuff from Marvel and DC. I'm right now working on a Captain Marvel cover. I can't tell you what it is, but I said, "What's the story?" They said, "Well, we'll just send you a page to see what the art looks like." What do I do? What do I do? What's the story? So I can't hint at the story if I don't have something there. They just want an iconic cover. Because they found that iconic covers will sell better than storytelling covers. Unless the storytelling cover is done by somebody who really knows how to tell a story, then the storytelling cover does better. Which is, so they would rather count on iconic than storytelling. Like this, that's iconic and storytelling at the same time.
Oh, it's okay.
Well, you can see the other characters through this character, so you go, oh, there's something about what this introductory character that has energy in the center of him, and through it we can see the other characters. So and these are obviously storytelling covers.
That's what I prefer.
I think people sort of do. Because there's an awful lot of cases where you get a really good artist doing the cover and the inside kind of sucks. You can't tell without flipping through it what it's going to be. But we got a lot of artists who are good enough to do covers, but they don't do inside because they get paid a little bit better for doing covers. You get paid about twice the amount of money to do a cover as you get to do an inside page. So it kind of throws the good guys into doing the covers.
Isn't it harder to do an interior page than a cover?
Sure, but they use lesser artists. So you get your good artists to do these covers, and you flip inside and think, what the hell is that? Yeah. So it's a problem that publishers have. And it's a money issue. If it's a good look, if you get an Adam Hughes cover, you're going to buy it no matter what's inside. It's Adam Hughes because there's people who have. I would not miss an Adam Hughes cover. I mean, they did all those he did all those Wonder Woman covers and Catwoman covers. Like you got them all, and you might as well just rip the cover off and stick them on the wall and throw the rest of the comic book away.
He knows how to do the female figure. That's what
more than anybody. More than anybody. They're down there. Okay, you're there. So you guys can see what Marilyn's putting out. There's prints that I'm going to be selling at the convention, right? If you're interested. If you have friends, which being comic book fans, you don't have any friends.
cheap. Now fans are traditionally cheap,
and they don't let their friends in on their cool stuff. No. Anyway, so the prints are, that's Jon Stewart down there, who the way he ought to look, maybe the way he'll look in a movie if they decide not to throw money down a hole and
do it right finally.
And do it right finally, exactly. It's funny how they went from Gil Kane to the new Green Lantern with all the weird, strange creatures from other planets and shit. And they kind of missed the middle. I don't know what happened there. I think they better go to the middle next and give us a good Green Lantern and maybe introduce Jon Stewart. I think the people would be. I think all the kids in America would be a lot happier because they know Jon Stewart is Green Lantern. There's some iconic covers there. That Superman cover I think sucks, and it's badly drawn, but everybody loves it. It's just one of those things, you know, like we gotta have it. Spider-Man, it's iconic, yeah. Spider-Man is kind of a new iconic cover that was done for a publisher in Canada, and Stan Lee bought the cover, the original for the cover, from me for $12,000.
Wow!
We had champagne that night.
I'll bet you had to pay.
I paid, and I was glad to. $12,000. You can't spend that kind of money. There's no restaurant that'll take that much. I guess maybe in Saigon or something. But essentially, the Batman. That's a good one to draw a picture in the upper left-hand corner. If you want to pay for a picture, pay $80 for a little quick drawing of the Joker or Batman. Then there's Bruce Lee, who is the hero to all of us, and he's not a hero to you. You don't know anything.
Bruce Lee, oh yeah.
You're not a human. Superman versus Muhammad Ali. This box is so totally in the way I can't see anything.
That's Superman versus Muhammad Ali.
And that's, let me tell you about that Superman versus Muhammad Ali. You guys, some of you guys have it and bought it when you were younger. Some of you guys don't know what the fuck it is.
know what this is.
That's which one is that?
But that is probably one of the best-selling comic books around the world of any comic book, because everybody in the world thought of Ali as a hero, whereas Americans were kind of this way with Ali, but the rest of the world loved Ali. And so they all licensed that book and printed it in their country and sold like hotcakes all around the world. If you look above it, you will see another one that looks very much like it. But that was done by ESPN magazine at the year 2000. And that is the 100 greatest athletes of the century. And they decided to call me and said to me, Neal, that book that you did in 1973, that Superman versus Muhammad Ali, how would you like to do that cover again? And I said, over my dead body. And so the woman editor, the woman art director, which I couldn't believe it was a woman, for ESPN magazine, but by golly she was, said, how about for money? Oh, money. That changes everything. Now we're talking a different game. So we did come to an agreement. And so instead of Superman and Ali fighting in the ring, it's Superman and Jordan, because they are number 1 and number 2 on the list of ESPN magazine sports writers vote of the 2 best. And all the other athletes, 98 of them, including 3 horses, are around the ring looking at the fight.
You didn't have to alter those?
I didn't have to alter those because they were the 100 greatest athletes of the century, and it was repertorial. And I did have to alter some of those on Superman versus Muhammad Ali because lawyers are crazy. And so they ask you, do you want to be on the cover? And people have to say yes or no. If you want to say no, you got to take off. Put mustaches on. Woody Allen didn't want to be on it. Duke Wayne didn't want to be on it. Totally insane. So anyway, so now, unfortunately, to tell that story, you have to buy both of those prints. You see, because I told you the story now, you can't...
When I was a little kid, I knew Muhammad Ali as Cassius Clay.
That's right. Now, when you were a little kid, you knew it was Cassius Clay. But when you got a little bit older, you heard that Muhammad Ali decided that he didn't like that name,
That was
Cassius Clay.
It's like a given spider's name or something. I didn't like it.
Just like Jon Stewart didn't like his first name, which was Lincoln Washington.
Lincoln Washington.
The editor of Green Lantern decided it was going to be Lincoln Washington. We decided, no, it's not going to be Lincoln Washington. That's a slave name, baby. We are not going to do that. Bad idea. Anyway, Green Lantern, Green Arrow up here, the drug issue, well, change comes. That's how we get all this. Joker, reintroduction of the Joker, a little bit more deadly, sort of showed up at the beginning of that movie, the Batman movie, didn't he? Kind of killing his cohorts. Two-Face showed up again. Havoc, beginning of Havoc. You know, they haven't paid you one penny in royalties for Havoc. Oh, really? Let's see it in the movies, don't you?
Did I pick this up?
DC Comics has paid
Wonder Woman.
$200,000 for the use of Ra's al Ghul.
We'll see.
Marvel
I'll say
Comics
that's Wonder
sucks.
Woman.
Relative to that sort of Marvel Comics.
I'll see it too. I'll see it too.
So those drawings of movie characters, kind of nice. If you're an artist, you might like them.